Thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education in both the stock market and cryptocurrency worlds. See the links in the description of this video for more information on our 2 courses, Entries and Exits on the Fundamentals of Technical Analysis, as well as our new course on Trading Cryptocurrency Strategy. Purchase both and receive a 20% off bundle discount. Thanks for checking us out. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, Mike is back and good to go, checking in on the big 3, and we're also going to look at NEO, as NEO bulls had a big day and they are reversing the trend after the bearish news in China has settled in. So Bitcoin here, bulls showing up with a bull break of the inside bar on the daily time frame that occurred at 37.89 for that bull signal, and throughout the rest of the day we saw an $80 move from that level. So a nice daily signal to be had there, that inside bar setup showing the tightening pattern on declining volume, and we see the bull volume spike. The bull MACD cross is now following through on the daily time frame, but we're still looking at the potential for an equilibrium pattern if we cannot break 41.30. Anything under 41.30 is a lower high, at which point we will look to pull back and form a higher low and see the range continue to tighten. The increase in bull volume is a good sign for the bulls for the potential to head up and test that resistance level, but we need to see further continuation from where we currently stand and another $200 to the upside. So zooming in for some more details, the 4-hour time frame, we can see healthy consolidation right now after the bull break, and really just seeing patient hourly equilibrium forming. So we have the bull move and the high of the bull move. We then have the low of the pullback in the same candlestick, lower high at 39.60, and now the bulls are looking to form a higher low at 39.02. So you can see the tightening range here. Look at the volume dropping off and seeing that clear equilibrium pattern as things tighten up. And we should see a clear break sometime in the wee hours of the Eastern Coast morning here, as it is currently 8:47 p.m. Eastern. So this could play out for another 4, 5, 6 hours, and then we will see a clear break. The bulls want to see a break of 39.60. Then we're looking at 39.69, and then we're looking up at 4,000 psychological resistance. Ethereum on the daily time frame, the bulls have a better setup because we're much closer to a bull break, 303.78, and where we stand right now, that's about $9, $10. So $10 on a $300 instrument, that's only going to be about 3%. So the bulls are 3% away from a higher high here on the daily, and in terms of Bitcoin, we need another $200 on a 4,000 instrument, so we are looking at about 5%. So Ethereum, 4-hour time frame showing the bulls in control. We're seeing that same kind of consolidation on the 4-hour time frame, hitting that resistance, but the hourly time frame is doing the same thing. We have the equilibrium pattern, the high of the bull move, the low of the pullback, lower high, higher low, tightening range on declining volume, and we're watching for a break of this early tomorrow morning. There is a break on the 5-minute pattern. We were watching a descending triangle pattern. This was a nice pattern to be watching because it did give us a very clear signal that told us the bulls were not ready yet for continuation and that consolidation was going to begin. And I was just watching this tightening pattern here on the daily time frame where we had a clear horizontal resistance line. The bulls were in an uptrend on the 5-minute, and then this candlestick had a clear bear break, and you can see we've rejected from this resistance now a couple times. So that's a clear resistance to be watching, and this candlestick right here told us, okay, we're done seeing bullish upside for now. This consolidation is going to play out a lot longer. So 15-minute time frame for some more details. Low, lower high, higher low. Essentially a longer term ascending triangle now. We just had the bear break I just showed you on the 5-minute, and now we're looking at the longer term on the 15-minute. This is an uptrend and a ascending triangle as well. So that's what I'm watching on Ethereum. Let's see if Bitcoin's 15-minute ascending triangle pattern is as clear, and not as clear, but definitely worth keeping an eye on. Have the higher low pattern to be watching, and then we have our top. So that's the ascending triangle pattern on the 15-minute time frame we can be watching. Litecoin on the daily, bulls have broken the lower high pattern now, and it's been lower highs and lower lows ever since we started this pullback. We formed a higher low, and now we have a break and a higher high. Still don't have the bullish MACD cross following just yet. We're close to seeing that occur. $58 is daily resistance the bulls need to break, and then we're looking up at 59 and 62.41. The 4-hour time frame, same healthy consolidation, really nice inside bar pattern here. So multiple 4-hour inside bars. A break of 52.03 is bearish. A break of 52.85 is bullish. This candlestick is 1 hour into formation, 3 more hours to go. Volume dropping off. And what do inside bars on the 4-hour time frame tell us? They tell us that we're forming an equilibrium on the shorter term time frames. High, low the pullback, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, tightening range, volume dropping off. You can see it's very clearly the same pattern on all 3 of these big 3. And the 15-minute time frame, in terms of looking to draw a ascending triangle pattern, not as clear. We could draw a support uptrend line, but this is one that I would just visually be watching with 52.03 support and clear 52.85 resistance for the bulls to show up. So that's what I would be watching for Litecoin. And when the break does occur, Litecoin bulls had more upside this morning with the bull break. So I would be looking at either Litecoin or Ethereum in terms of significant gains. And I like Ethereum the best on the daily compared to the other 2 names. Again, we're closer to the break of this key resistance. And let's compare the weekly time frames real quick. The equilibrium pattern there. So we've been pointing out the equilibrium pattern since the 4-hour or the $400 level mark. We have our high, low of the pullback, lower high, higher low, and we're now in a tightening range between 202.25 support and 396.88 resistance. So I'm anticipating this bull move to set a lower high and to continue watching this pattern tighten up. The weekly time frame for Bitcoin, not as clear. Multiple inside bars on the weekly to be watching, and on Litecoin, the weekly time frame, also some multiple bars forming, multiple inside bars. So keep an eye on these weekly time frames. Next week, we will likely see a break of these patterns, and that will be a good signal for direction as well. So Neo Bulls showing up. Here's the daily time frame, and it looks like they're not done yet. But we had the trend change. Last time I did a Neo video, we were coming off this low, and I said we're not going to change this trend from the bottom here. We have to form a higher low and a higher high to see that happen. And now once we broke 23.21, we have that higher high on increasing bull volume, bull MACD cross following through, and the next resistance from here is up at 31.69 and 34.59. So not a ton of resistance in the immediate future. Bulls are extremely strong. The 4-hour time frame, we're overdone, that's for sure. If you're making any bullish entries up here, in my opinion, you shouldn't be. And if you are, you should just be quick flipping in and out very quick, because this is very clearly the bulls have been seeing now 7 green 4-hour candlesticks in a row, and a little bit exhausted here. Potential volume climax hitting our high. We're heading up to test that high right now, 27.23. The hourly time frame has had a bit more consolidation. We've been forming bull flags on the way up. Note the decline in bear volume from one candlestick to the next before continuation, increasing bull volume on the continuation. So the bulls do still have momentum here. It would require a break of 25.47 to be a bear break on this hourly time frame. And on the 15-minute, there's that 47, or I should say that 25.51 support to be watching. So some more details on the 15-minute. And bulls are at this resistance right now, just about a few pennies below that. So we'll see if we can break it here. Bull MACD cross on the 15-minute. And we've been cooling off the RSI on this 15-minute time frame. But again, this 4-hour time frame is very due for some consolidation. Let's look back historically. And we have seen the 4-hour RSI get up above these levels, up above 80 a couple times. And on those times, it was in blue sky breakout. And we're no longer in blue sky breakout. So definitely watching this key resistance test right now. If we double top, we could potentially see consolidation. And if we see continuation, we know our new key support is 25.48. That's a must-hold level for the bulls to stay in complete control. So that is the rundown as we head into tomorrow. Again, always watching Bitcoin for the overall pattern and correlation to be watching for the other names. But if we do see a bull break on Bitcoin, it will be between Ethereum and Litecoin for bullish entries, in my opinion. And we'll be keeping a close eye on what kind of follow-through on these bull breaks that we do get. In terms of the bull break previously, what could have been a signal that we were looking for? And I published on TradingView this morning the key resistance to be watching, the double top here. We had 38.19 and 38.14 as 2 resistances here on Bitcoin. And as soon as that level broke, look at this huge bull volume candlestick and some nice bull volume behind it. There was also some news released right at that time about the ECB saying that they were not going to, it would be impossible for them in this current scenario to regulate Bitcoin or to restrict exchanges. So there was a little bit of bullish news out of the European Central Bank in terms of, not giving the same scenario that's happening in China, making it less likely here in the Western world. So that could have been attributed to the bull break that occurred here, and we're going to be watching for a break of the recent highs. Thanks again. Hope you have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.